Hey everyone, this is Kim the Entrepreneur. This was originally a live stream broadcast, so later on in the episode, there will likely be some conversations with people you personally will not see. Otherwise, to open the video, I am officially in Sacramento. I have made it here safely. I'm in my old room. This is where I grew up, folks. It's pretty amazing when you stop and think about it, where you wind up. So this video has been a long time coming in. When I say long time, I mean about like a week. And I had actually started making a pre-recorded video, but I have decided that we are going to do this live now. Just let you know, there will be a lot of discussion. There's no going to be I don't want to hear any you talk too much, get to the point. It's not that kind of video. We are going to be reading this entire class action lawsuit email. We're going to discuss what it means, whether or not you as Uber driver stand to gain anything from it. Whether or not you. Now, for everyone's patience, at the end, we will be giving out a digital copy of the Oscar-winning film Inside Out. That will be later in the episode. That will be free. But in the meantime, let's talk about the class action lawsuit. Some of you have probably gotten your emails already. I have certainly gotten mine, where there is a class action lawsuit against Uber classifying drivers as independent contractors and not paying minimum wage. So, I mean, I think we've seen variations of this lawsuit before. I think they've fallen through. Maybe this one will stick. I don't know. But let's read the email. It says, if you hear talking in the background, that's my parents. Again, it's their house, so I'm just kind of using the room. So, Kevin, Magistrate Judge Joe L. Webster has authorized this email notice and its contents. The purpose of this email notice is to inform you of a nationwide collective action lawsuit under the Fair Labor Standards Act, FLESA, against Uber Technologies, Inc. and its subsidiary, Razor, LLC. The court has not decided who is right and who is wrong. Plaintiff Michael Hood, who filed this case, contends that Uber misclassifies drivers as independent contractors instead of employees. He alleges that Uber does not pay drivers minimum wage or overtime, and that he and all drivers who are similarly situated are entitled to recover these unpaid wages, as well as liquidated damages equal to the unpaid minimum wages and overtime pay, interest, attorney fees, and costs associated with bringing this lawsuit. Now, I'm going to pause right here because as much as people would like me to be on the driver's side all the time, and I certainly am, unfortunately, independent contractors do allow you not to get paid minimum wage. It doesn't guarantee you anything. It doesn't guarantee you overtime. It doesn't guarantee you benefits. It doesn't guarantee you minimum wage. So I think out of all the class action lawsuits, this one has the most likely to get thrown out the window because all of the reasons he says that we aren't independent contractors are actually all the reasons we are. So let's continue. Uber denies that it has violated the FLSA and asserts that drivers are properly classified as independent contractors. You are receiving this email notice because the court has determined that you may be similarly situated to plaintiff. Accordingly, you are allowed to attempt to opt into this lawsuit. In addition to this email notice, you should have also received notices by regular mail and text message. To learn more about the lawsuit, view the full notice, and determine whether and how to opt in, visit www.uberflsa.com. So for those of you who want to read about the lawsuit there more often, you can. You do not have to participate in this lawsuit. However, if you decide to join the lawsuit, you must submit an opt-in form on or before 90 days of this email. If you choose to file a written consent to join the lawsuit, you must include the following unique identification code in your consent form, which I will not share for obvious reasons. Now then, so let's talk about this. Uber gets a lot of lawsuits, and it's pretty easy to understand why. This is frankly one that the drivers don't have a lot of hope of winning. I mean, the minimum wage, would it be nice? Yes. Are you guaranteed as an independent contractor? No, you're not. The overtime, would it be nice? Yes. Are you guaranteed it? Because if you are classified as an independent contractor, no. Benefits, would they be nice? Yes. Are they obligated to you if you are an independent contractor? No, they are not. So it's very interesting that all of the reasons that they claim that this proves that we aren't independent contractors actually proves that you are independent contractors. That's just how it is. As for class action lawsuits, gonna be upfront with you guys. I don't like them. I do not like them. I have never liked a class action lawsuit. And there are so many reasons why, but the key reasons are this. One, class action lawsuits are usually settled pretty quickly. They almost never go to trial. And so the potential high damages you can receive never actually come. They just don't. People join the class action lawsuit, and if they went to trial and if the company lost, then yes, the payout is huge. But how many times does that actually happen? Not only with Uber, but with anyone really. It doesn't happen often because they get settled quickly and cheaply. Now, why are they settled quickly and why are they settled cheaply? It's because lawyers will collect 30 to 40% of the settlement. So here's the thing. You are a lawyer who is representing all of these drivers, and Uber comes up and they say, hey, we know you're going after us for $5 billion. I'm just throwing a random number out there. But we will give you, $50 million. Well, 30% of that 50 million goes to the lawyer, directly to the lawyer. The lawyer has a very nice payday at that point. So yeah, we accept the offer because he's representing you. And in class action lawsuits, you give the lawyer the power to make those kinds of deals. And then what's left over? Well, after the government takes their share, whatever they do, then all the drivers get $20. And they're like, well, we got screwed. And it's like, yeah, everybody got screwed, because you know what? You didn't get any money. Uber was not hurt. The lawyer made a lot of money, but that's it. That is it. So I have never been a fan of the class action lawsuits. They do not make any sense. You want to hurt Uber? Stop driving for them. That's how you beat them. You don't beat them by, complaining about them and continuing to drive, which I know there's a little bit of hypocrisy there because I have been driving a lot recently. But I'm driving a lot because at the moment, circumstances have dictated that I need to drive to make just a little extra money to cover some basic bills that are no longer being covered because of Katie's job situation and everything. Once that gets resituated, I will probably stop again. I know. You have to do what you got to do for yourself. So if you get this notice, you can obviously opt in or you can opt out. For the record, I opted in because I could always use another $20. It'll get me a movie or something. But they don't really help much. And so I get a little frustrated because every single time I hear, oh, class action lawsuit. The class action lawsuit is the least effective lawsuit. You want an effective lawsuit, you got to sue them yourselves. Just yourself. You sue them for personal loss. Heck, you can small claims Uber. A guy wrote a book about it. I don't remember what it's called. Maybe I can find it for you. But yeah, he apparently got so sick of Uber, he took him to small claims court, and apparently won. Yeah, let's see here. Let me see if I can't find that book. Yep. There's actually many stories that if you search Uber small claims court of people who you can't really see that, but like this, how one hot sauce seller hauled Uber into small claims court and won $4,000. That's where you're going to make your money. Class action lawsuits, you're not going to get much. You're not going to get much. So, and for the record, I'm also going to put this out there because a lot of people throw this other solution out there. Hey, if every driver just stopped driving for one day, it would show them. No, it wouldn't. I mean, it would be very inconvenient for Uber for one day, but what's going to happen after the first day? They're going to come back the next day. This is the gas prices argument. This has been around since when gas has started going up. They started circulating emails like, this is a national strike day on gas. No one buy gas this day. This will show the gas companies that you are not happy if you do not buy the gas today. And it was a false, how should I put this? It was a very misguided, if not well-intentioned strike, because what if the whole world didn't get their gas for one day? Well, you still need gas. You're going to get it the next day. That's what Uber and Lyft count on. Even if all the drivers stop driving for one day, if they needed to drive for Uber and Lyft and they went back the next day, Uber's won. Strikes only work if they're long and if they are threatened to be permanent. So the way that a strike works, like a real effective strike, is that you don't turn on the app for any reason whatsoever. You log off it and you stay off of it until Uber is paying you what you feel it is worth to drive. That's what it is. Now, would that one day make a dent? Yes, it would make a dent. But how many of you have dents on your cars? Do you actually go to fix the problem? You go to fix every little dent in your car. Probably not, because at the end of the day, it's pretty insignificant. One day of Uber not making money out of 360 some days, depending on what year it is, if it's a leap year or not. Doesn't matter. Does not matter one bit. Just so I think people, and that's why people talk up and they prop up the class action lawsuit, because there's this idea that if we get them in a class action lawsuit, we can make them hurt. We can make them hurt. If we can do a class action lawsuit, we can make them hurt. No, you won't. That they've budgeted it into their budget. What's the all strike? One day, just one day, we will hurt them. No, you will not. You will inconvenience them for 24, maybe 30 hours. And then they'll be back to making money like they always do. It's not going to make a big difference. The only way to really hurt Uber is to personally sue them yourselves and to not drive for them, not just for one day, not just for 2 days, but every day until they are paying you what you feel you are owed. That's the only way they hurt. Because here's the thing, with a one-day strike, the drivers will leave. They will stop driving, but they will come back. And that's all Uber needs. They just need them to come back. But if you walk away and you stay away, the drivers don't come back. Now Uber's got a problem. So, now if you want to make the week-long strike effective, then you let people know that, hey, we're not driving for Uber for a week. We're just going to drive for Lyft for a week or something like that. And you force all the customers onto that platform. Maybe that'll do something. But Uber's sneaky. They will turn on the surge. And the surge is a huge, huge difference. In fact, every time there has been a strike, Uber has been aware of it, and they have offered mucho money during those time periods. I remember the big strike of the Super Bowl. Like, it was like supposed to be like, oh, everybody don't drive through Super Bowl. They had a guarantee on Super Bowl Sunday a couple of years ago that said, hey, you're guaranteed $50 an hour if you drive and you don't miss a single request. Well, that's all people needed. They drove. So why? So here's the other thing. I'm going to just put this out there, and I know some people don't want to hear it, but I believe if your solution is that we need a class action lawsuit and one single day of not driving, well, I don't think you're ready for the fight. To be perfectly honest, I don't think you are prepared for what needs to actually happen for there to be the change you want. If you look at all of the union battles in the past, it took weeks, it took months. Heck, does anyone see the movie Billy Elliot or the Broadway play Billy Elliot, where there was the miners' strike against Margaret Thatcher? Lasted for months upon months upon months. At one point, the union ultimately caved. So there you have, and all that work, and they ultimately failed. What about the Twinkies? Does anyone remember when Twinkies just stopped being made? A lot of people say, hey, it's because the Twinkies are gone. Were they not making money? No. Here's why the Twinkies were discontinued for 4 months. It's because the union got into a spat with the company and they stopped making the Twinkies. So, hi, Dad. How you doing?
You on the air?
Yeah, I'm on the air. So, like I said, staying with the folks. It wasn't because the Twinkies weren't making money. Of course, the Twinkies were making money, but the workers wanted more money and they were willing to walk out. Now, at one point, Hostess threatened them. They said, hey, come back to work or we will shut the plant down. They didn't go back to work. They shut the plant down. They went out of business, and then the owners, through another company that they had set up, bought the assets of Hostess, reopened the factories, same product, same formula, but now non-unionized workers. You really think not driving through Uber for one day is going to make any little bit of difference? These are how companies run. You have to play serious hardball with them, and you're not going to play hardball with them with a class action lawsuit or not driving for a single day. That's just not going to happen. So yeah, as for this class action lawsuit, I personally am not partaking in it. Did I say, wait, did I? Okay, no, I did not submit my claim. And I won't. I mean, I know I kind of joked earlier that I would because a movie would be nice, but you know what? I don't think I won't. I think that's just not going to work. So yeah, right now I'm driving for Uber right now. I've been driving more often because Katie's financial situation has dictated that it's very hopeful to drive a little more right now. I'm hoping in a month I won't need to as much. And yeah, if you want change, you need to stop driving for Uber until they change. I'm currently in a somewhat desperate situation. Not gonna lie. So I wasn't driving when I wasn't in a desperate situation, but I am. And that might be the first question you need to ask drivers. Why do you continue to drive for Uber when they're this bad? I think you'll find some really shocking answers about why they still drive, even though they know they're kind of getting screwed. It's just how it is. So anyway, that's what I have to say about that now. I think I've been ignoring some comments, so let's see what people have been writing. See if there's any questions I should answer. First, second, third, 10,000. Ali says, hi, the minimum wage is $11 now, and Uber charges 15 cents per minute from the customer and takes 20% from us. We need some government policy for that to pay us better on minutes. And yeah, here's the sad thing. If you want Uber to pay you better, the government might have to get in and regulate them. Problem with government regulations is that they always tend to go a little farther than that. So you probably won't be able to just get on and get off whenever you want. There's going to be some consequences to that, but you will get paid better. And I think you just have to decide whether or not that's a trade-off you're willing to live with. I think at this point, a lot of drivers are ready for that trade-off, but you know, as an independent contractor, we are the one who should determine our price or pay, like sidecar rideshare used to do. Yes, and well, that could be one of the cases made. If there is one positive thing about class action lawsuits is that sometimes some permanent changes are put into place as a result of terms of the agreement. You want to know why you can no longer be deactivated for not accepting rides? You can still be deactivated for canceling rides, but you can no longer be deactivated for not accepting rides. The reason for that is during a class action lawsuit, one of the terms of the settlement was that you could not be deactivated for that anymore. So I think the class action lawsuits would do a lot more if they put those provisions in the settlement. Like, hey, you know what? We will take less money. You just have to make this a reality. But the lawyers will usually not do that because, again, the lawyers don't care. I mean, they're just hoping that they put enough heat on the companies to be offered $100 million, of which they'll get 30 million of, and then they will move on. That's how they work. So let's see here. Sergeant Hunter said, Instacart stole my bonus this week and they refused to pay me. I had 5-star all week and ended the week in 5-star and did 20 batches that refused to pay me. I did my part. They should be sued for this. Well, Sergeant Hunter, here's the good news. If you have the email where they promise you a bonus for what you have done and you have the information that you did it, you can small claims court them. It costs $25 to file, I believe. Let's see here. Hey, Joe. Casey says, stop driving for these scrubs. Well, when my financial situation improves, I will. Trust me. Let's see here. Ali Reserve. I think Kevin, you, Uberman, and driver Mike should call a strike against Uber. You know what? Every single Uber YouTuber, including myself, have called out for the strike. What do you think hashtag delete Uber was all about? Now, getting people to actually join the strike and commit to it, that's another thing altogether. Let's see here. We executive car service, like I said before, if every driver would not drive for one day, they would do something about the pay. Well, I've already addressed that. I disagree, personally. Vermont rideshare guy said, Uber is no longer as good as a full-time job. It's currently my second job as to try and save up to make a better life for myself, saving up for a house and trying to start my own business. And you know what? That's legitimate. I mean, especially when you get the bonuses, which, you know, total shill, you can sign up below. If you drive for the bonuses and to work towards saving enough for a goal, rideshare actually is pretty nice because it's a good way to make extra money. But if you're using it to pay the bills, which I am right now, and boy, that sucks. That really sucks. Then it's a disaster waiting to happen. There's a reason I'm focusing more on my other businesses. Just right now, my hands are kind of tied. So Uberman said he sued Uber and won. I don't remember the details of that. I don't think he sued Uber, but I think he threatened to at the very least. And the mere threat was enough for them to pay him money that was owed. Let's see here. Sean Binger, all West Virginia teachers still on strike, very organized, going to second week. Yeah. And that's a good example. You see, West Virginia teachers, they teach our children. They are valuable. They're arguably way more valuable than we are. They have to strike for at least 2 weeks. And who knows if they'll even get heard. That's what a real strike looks like. Let's see here. Midnight Rider. I'm experienced deja vu here. A very similar class action lawsuit was filed in CA a bit over a year ago, went nowhere. Yeah, I think it did go nowhere because, like the details here, their very argument proved that they were independent contractors. So there you go. Like, we executive car then stop for more days until they lose enough money to do something about it. Duh. Well, that was entirely my point. That was entirely my point. My point was one day will not make a difference. You have to stop and just not come back. If you feel passionately enough about it, you need to walk away from it as if you are walking away from it for good. You also said, then make it count, Kevin. Make it matter or stop crying about this garbage. You know what? I have driven a lot the last couple months because I have to. I mean, as much as I don't like them, as much as I'd like to make it count, I'm just in that financial situation. You know what? If it's just an idea. But like if 10% of my viewers donated $1 to Patreon, I probably wouldn't have to. If Katie had her job, I wouldn't have to. If there were a lot of little things that happened, I wouldn't have to drive for Uber right now. I don't like doing it this much because I'm one of those people who was staying away from Uber. I wasn't driving to make it count. I was doing my one ride a month just to make sure I stayed active. And then life happens and you just had to do what you had to do. And I'm still probably going to lose my health benefits because I can't afford the $520 that's due in 11 days. So, you know what? That's just how life is. Katie got her car back though, so hey, finally something came back. Let's see here. Ali said they brought the tip option in when Delete Uber started. Exactly. There you go. Exactly. Delete Uber really caused them some damage, and that was because people were not only not driving Uber, they were taking Uber off the phones, and they noticed that. So they did something about it. And yeah, in hindsight, maybe we shouldn't have been so swooped in by the tip, but it was a big enough deal at the time where real tangible change seemed like it was coming, but it never really did. So let's see here. Kevin works for Uber because they pay him better than they do us. Joking. At the moment, yeah, at this very moment, I would rather make something rather than nothing. It's true. Stanley Rodriguez, I don't think it will work unless drivers are listening to you. At the same time, so many drivers are in a desperate situation that you will still find a lot of them on the road. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm kind of in that situation myself. That would be nice, but you know, I'm at the moment, I know I'm probably not in a position to say some of the things I'm saying, but I'm trying to be as honest as possible. If you want the change to come, if you are truly that unhappy with what you're being paid, you just got to stop driving for them. Now, sometimes desperate situations calls for desperate measures, and that's where I am right now. But yeah, if you can afford to not drive for Uber, then I would recommend not driving for Uber. Heck, there's a lot of people who don't drive for Uber and they use Uber because they can afford not to drive for Uber. So that's where we are. Now, let's see here. Twinkie is a cream-filled pastry. Yes, it is. Dante, here's something. How many people become millionaires from Uber? None, as far as I can tell. From driving, I mean. Yeah, none, as far as I can tell. Miss Texas, thank you for the info, Kevin. We appreciate it. Oh, you're welcome. Do we have any other questions? Sean Bingar said, you understand the reality of needing to drive for them, even if temporary. Yeah, that is a reality. I mean, when you ask, like, how can there be so many people out there that are willing to drive for Uber for peanuts? It's because there's a lot of people who are desperate enough for money. They need money. Sometimes they just can't find a job. Sometimes they're criminals and they can't get a job. And I know Uber gets themselves in a lot of trouble this way, but they drive for Uber because Uber will let them drive for them. So that's what it is. Oh, MS Silverhammer's here. Hey, how you doing? I find that I make $15 to $25 per hour with Uber, and on rare occasions up to $30 when there's a lot of surge. I find myself in a very similar situation. $20 an hour is pretty easy for me. I know that there was a new study that came out recently about $3 an hour, and I will actually touch upon that on a video on Sunday. But I also live in a state where the Uber rates actually are higher than most places, and there's a lot more people willing to use it. So that means there's just a lot of states that Uber's in where the demand and the pay just is not there. And they end up getting paid way less than minimum wage. But I live in a state where I found out even if I have to grit the teeth and just accept every ride, with the exception of the pool rides, I can usually crack out $20 an hour, and it's pretty easy. SS. Hey, SS. Sean said, me too. Full-time, 60-plus hours a week since last April. Pittsburgh. Ooh. I salute you, man. I salute you. Like SS said, even in NYC, it's hard. 125 a mile. 125 a mile, man. I'm 72 cents a mile, man. Don't. Although New York City, I can imagine why that would be a problem, because a lot of the trips are probably short. And whether they're short or long, there's a lot of traffic, so you're not moving particularly fast. So I can understand why that would be a problem. Miss Texas, I haven't experienced pool yet, and I hope you never do. I just hope you never do. It's not fun, Ali. I only drive when it's surge. That's about it. And in my market, surge Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and also 7:30 a.m. in the morning at surge. Oscar says, Kevin, Uber's driver bonus sucks anyway, and they have 2-week driver bonus per week. Basically, they don't want you to go home. And yeah, and they're very upfront about that. They don't want you to stop driving. That's why they give you the next ride before you finish the current one. There's so many things they do to try to keep you driving all the time. And people are onto their tricks. Just, they don't seem to discourage people from driving, even though people are aware of them. Boost. The problem with these apps calling it a bonus is that the courts view a bonus as a bonus and nothing more than a bonus. Bonuses can be changed and even not paid if everyone is not paid. Wow. Well, there's some legal wordplay that I am not prepared to respond to, but interesting point. MS Silverhammer, if you know your market and if you're savvy about how you utilize Uber, you can consistently make more per hour. Year per day. Your personal driver talks a lot about these strategies. And yeah, your personal driver, he is definitely going at it as a living full time. So, I mean, not me. I talk about Uber, but really I like making videos. I like commentary. I like news. That's why tomorrow you will see a few videos. None of them are going to be Uber related. And Sunday you'll get some more Uber. But like I said, I've been pretty open about how I'm kind of slowly transforming the channel into a technology commentary channel. But that Uber and Lyft will still be a major, major, major focus. So I just like making videos, and that's where I would want to put my energy towards making video. Your personal driver, he wants to drive, so you know what? If he wants to drive, good for him. Miss Texas, actually, I like knowing I have a customer before I drop off my current passenger. Well, it's nice, but I mean, they're not doing it for your benefit. They're doing it because it keeps you driving. And I think in some cases, it's because they are probably giving you some non-surge rides that would normally be surge. Just a thought. Dante, too many greedy people out there trying to take advantage of the poor. Well, that's life. If you go to my other channel, you'll know how Disneyland is screwing their employees and customers. But, so is that it? Should we do the movie giveaway at this point? So, all right. So here's what we're going to do. Once in a while on these live streams, and I've got a few of these, how can I do the Patreon support? The Patreon support link is down below. Even if it's just $1 a month, it really helps. So I appreciate that. Now then, I've got a digital copy of Inside Out. I I don't know about you guys, but I love this movie. I love this. I actually picked it as the best film of the year that it came out, and just this is just one. This is just a wonderful movie, and I'm going to give it away. This won the Oscar for Best Animated Feature, whatever that's worth these days, and we're going to give it away. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to send you a link in the chat. Okay, there's a link there. So what I want is for everyone who is interested in trying to acquire this particular movie to go there. And I will even give you a minute to create a free account if you want. While we're waiting, let's see here. Who is worse, Walmart or Uber? Uber. Walmart's raising the minimum, what they pay their employees. I never thought they'd actually do that, but... And Kevin, Lyft gives you different options for the driver bonus and 7 days to do it, but they increase the number of rides they want to be done once a month. Yes, Lyft does that. And that's, I mean, I'll give Lyft credit. At least they're still giving a bonus, but they make it very hard to obtain that bonus if you're not doing it full time. So Walmart is a FEMA camp and Uber drives them there. I haven't bought from Walmart in a long time as well. So I'm maybe one of the reasons I don't save a lot of money is because I won't shop at places like Walmart and Amazon. It's like, because it's like if they have such a massive employee treatment problem and they're bad for the economy, I just won't do it. I just won't do it. So anyway, so are a lot of you guys at the DisneyMoviesAnywhere.com/Inside Out webpage on your separate browser? So I'm about to share the code that will get you a free digital copy of Inside Out, Pete Docter's Academy Award-winning film that won Best Animated Feature a few years ago. I mean, it's Oscar weekend, so it's a good time to do it. Principles cost money. Dante, honestly, I'd probably work at Disney for a low wage because it looks so entertaining. It is entertaining, but you know what? Entertainment only goes so far. And then it's like, man, I need to make money. But okay, folks, here we go. Press enter. There's the code in the chat. You can copy that code and go to that website. And if you are the first one there, you get a free copy of Disney and Pixar's Inside Out. And by the way, whoever gets it, I would love for you to comment so that I can know that you did, in fact, get it. So, and I did put the code in right. Yep, I did. It appears that I did. So, what? All right. So, did anyone get the movie? I wonder. So exciting. So exciting to see who actually wins a copy of the movie. Movie Box for the win. Are you talking about Redbox or Movie Pass? I see it going deadly silent in the chat room, which means there's probably a fair amount of you guys trying to get this movie. I've got like 5 other movies to give away at the moment. We're not going to do them all here. You know, I'm just going to save them for live at the end of live stream. So another reason to check out the live stream. Casey, let's make Uber toilet paper. Kevin, wear character shirts. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not wearing one right now. That's all. But I have a lot of them. Tikla Brown, I think I said that right, but I probably didn't. Said, man, I don't care. I'm not happy, but at least they don't get to keep that money. And yes, I deliver for Uber, but anyway, it is what it is. I agree. Let's see here, Kevin. Why you're not wearing character shirts? I don't know. Just wasn't wearing one today. That's all. Let's see here. I'm actually considering making Aptrepreneur merchandise, though. See if I can't. I think that would be like a 6,000 or 7,000 subscriber goal, though. Like once I got to there, then I'd feel more confident in investing in making Aptrepreneur t-shirts and maybe even Aptrepreneur beanies. Who knows? That might be fun. That'd be. It's like the movie boxes now. Oh, hey, Crystal. If you go up to the live stream, you can try to win Inside Out digital copy. Unless someone got it. Did anyone get it? I'd love. Hey, Desmond. What's up, Kevin? Man, I love your channel. You're funny as hell. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Oscar, yeah, shirts with your logo. By the way, that name is hell cool. Yeah, thanks. Your personal driver said it's a terrible name. I actually have more and more mixed feelings about that live stream he did. The more I think about it, he might actually get to be on my podcast. I'd like to ask him some questions on why he thought that was doing that live stream was a good idea. So we can give Dara Uber toilet paper. I think Dara would prefer Lyft toilet paper, but you know. Kevin, do you sell on eBay? Do you like it better than PayPal to sell stuff? Also, is there any other good sites I can find to sell online? I do sell on eBay. I also sell on Etsy and Blue Jay and Atomic Mall and Shopify. I'm currently taking a break from, and I sell on Amazon. I would like it if Google made their own store. I think they'd be very successful, but I think Amazon and eBay pays them enough money so that doesn't happen. And anyone in LA, Caviar's got some bonuses to pay off. Let's see here. So I'm curious, did anybody did anyone get Inside Out? Oh, shut up. Seriously. You know what? Turn that off. Thanks, Oscar. Drake Boyd. I haven't drove for the last 3 weeks because it's not worth my time. Well, and that's how you do it. If it's not worth your time, don't drive. Basically, we've been saying this entire time. So I think the live stream's more or less coming to an end, but I would really like to know, did anybody get Inside Out? Lion website. What website are you talking about, Lion? Stanley. Oh, you haven't driven since October. Huh? That's shown it to them. That really is. The link you sent. Oh. Let's see here. Let me see what's going on. Okay. So guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try something else with this. Here's the new site we're gonna try. This should definitely work. So I'm gonna re-put in the code. Here we go. So everyone try that site with that code and let me know if somebody is successful. So, you know what? I was just looking at the CD collection that I have. Like CDs from when I was a kid that I bought. And I'm ashamed to admit I bought this. Should probably get rid of some of these CDs. Kevin, where did you buy your bonnet? I forgot, to be honest. Oh man, but Inside Out's such a good movie. Yeah, it is old, but I believe it works. Yep, it works. We've got a Blu-ray player here. So how about we drop off a batch of manure all green hub? Well, I don't necessarily encourage you to do that. So who was what, Crystal? Yeah, that's actually it's a Daewoo International. I don't even think it's an American TV. So the Blu-ray player is a Sony though. All right, so did anyone get the movie? Oh, the CD, Nick Lachey. Used to be in that 98 Degrees band. Oh, I completely forgot I had this. I should probably put that on eBay, don't you think? Yoshi Safari for Super Nintendo? All right. Well, whoever got the Inside Out movie, please let me know in the comment section below. We're going to end this live stream because I think we've pretty much ran out of things to talk about right now. But I will have some non-Uber videos up tomorrow, and on Sunday we will discuss other things going on with Uber, including that article about how most people make like $3 an hour and they will be pre-recorded. So, and also don't forget to check out my other channels where I'm also updating stuff. And flame responsibly, guys. Have a good one.